And no matter who wins in November, it will mean a new leader for Washington's Department of Natural Resources. I recently sat down with outgoing Lands Commissioner Hilary Franz to look back on her 8 years in office and what she believes is the future of the department, especially in Eastern Washington. What do you say to the people who have criticized DNR for kind of lax responses to these fires?
So I think a big part of the mistakes is making sure that we are leveraging our air assets early.
I remember when we spoke back when you were newly elected and you had just started in 2017, you had a lot of really lofty goals for increasing response times, for really pre-positioning all the aircraft to increase our air support, and then of course reducing fuel loads down on the ground. How do you think you've done?
Well, I'm first really happy. I mean, we've made huge progress, and it's not just in statement. We can actually show it in numbers. I mean, when I first came in the agency in 2017, our agency's brand was by the people in Central and Eastern Washington was called DNR, Do Not Respond, Do Not Resuscitate. So what I'm proud to say is now, first, we have passed the largest investment in wildfire response in state's history, $500 million for 8 years, that has enabled us to invest in securing more ground resources. In the last 2 years, even while we've had more fires and we've had more geography, including on the west side now of the state, we've kept 95% of our fires below 10 acres. And this year, you're going to see, based on how we are leading in the fire, that it is working.
So you're getting ready to leave office. What is it going to take then to keep the momentum going at DNR?
We developed in 8 months, my first 8 months, a forest health plan that says we can't just run from one fire to the next. We have to be proactive and actually restore the health of our forests so they can prevent these fires in the first place or slow them down or reduce their catastrophic nature. And the great news is we are 7 years in, and we've treated 800,000 acres. On federal, state, tribal, and private land, we actually have now the largest federal program in the nation. Our work has been able to actually prove its success, like you see on this, where our partnerships with the local government, with the fire district, state and federal, is really making a difference.
That kind of leads into my next question, which is what do you hope for the agency as you prepare to leave? Someone else will come in as their leader. What is your advice to them?
I think biggest piece of advice, listen, learn, and then lead. Show humility. Nobody elected me because they knew I was a great fire chief. I knew nothing about fires, but I had a commitment to helping take care of the people of the state and make sure I was taking care of our firefighters.
What else have you learned about the people who live here in Central and Eastern Washington who for years were saying, no, this is a big deal and no one's listening to us, and now things have changed and it feels like people are starting to listen?
So first, they were right. I'll be honest, they were right. And sadly, it didn't change until the smoke. From Seattle to Spokane, we had the worst air quality in the world, and all of a sudden, people said, Hilary, what are we gonna do? We gotta fix this. And I'm like, now you're waking up. This is what Eastern and Central Washington's had for a decade. And we shouldn't have to wait that long. We are one Washington. We are one people. It's not just one part of our state that needs those resources. Every corner of our state needs those resources.
And if you would like to see more of our conversation, plus interviews with Commissioner Franz over the years, you can go to our website. Just go to KREM.com.